So if you've got something you want to say or do, or a story you want to write about the school, please email me. I'd love to have it.
We could use your feelings about how your child has advanced at this school on our website. Testimonials are very big. And most of you are probably here because of what you've heard over the years, because the school has grown over the 8 years, 9 years. So, next, any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Kind of going off of that, I see that you're paying $2,200 a year in advertising. I mean, that's not a lot at all by any means. How are we advertising? Because, I mean, there's so many opportunities where you can use social platforms. I mean, Golden Grace Boutique, which is less than 2 blocks from the school. I can't get on Facebook without it being in my face constantly. I can't get on Instagram. I mean, those are pretty much free things that you can use to bring in students. I've lived in the village for 8 years, and I've lived in Williamsburg. My grandparents lived in, and I never heard of you guys. Had I not Googled one day, daycares in Batavia, I would have never found you. I mean, there's
We're a preschool, not a daycare. I just found out. I was corrected, so I get to get even.
there's just, I mean, and still, I'm on the Days of Wonder Facebook and everything. I'm gonna have to actively search you guys to find it.
I was just told a story. Amy, would you tell the story? You just came up and told the board you put it on for $20.
Sure. We haven't done much advertising this year because we started the year with waiting list. But one thing we do is we advertise on Facebook. This last week, we realized we had some openings. I spent $20 and did a Facebook ad, and we've got, I think, between 12 and 13 tours set up this week because people are starting to hear about us, and they are starting to recognize the name and call. That being said, part of the advertisement, or not the advertising budget is for our website and for a program that I pay for monthly to make it really easy for me to update the website via my phone. We also pay for the store on the website. We're getting a new sign, thank goodness, right? So there's a bunch of little things that happen. T-shirts, I think we put some of that in marketing. Flyers that get handed out, the paper that we hand out to new customers or new students, new families, things like that. And 2,200 comes, pretty quick.
One suggestion, instead of paying, $20 a month or whatever it is to put a Facebook ad, I mean, we use those at my work too.
Yeah.
It's a great tool, but like the Golden Grace Boutique, they use the yard sale sites. I mean, there's Batavia, there's Williamsburg, there's Loveland. You can make one post, and literally you can click down the list on where you want to post your ad, and you wouldn't believe how fast that gets out.
Absolutely, we do that too. We go on all the homeschool pages. So yeah, we hit all of those avenues as well.
I think the problem is if they do any advertising, like I think the point of what Sue was saying is they put basically it's $20, and now we don't all of a sudden don't have enough room or bandwidth in order to take those people in. So I think in kind of what I've been fighting with a little bit is I heard you earlier say that basically we're just trying to break even. But I think that's a dangerous mindset to have. We do too. Then we gotta stop saying it. Well, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not attacking it, but I just want to cross
We're so far behind
No, I
that
understand.
we're trying,
Yeah.
hopefully next year, we'll have, this gives us another year to find that golden knight out there that's gonna
You don't
give.
have to have a golden knight. You got 135 of them. What we need is
Well, you think we got 135. We'll know by March 12th, is it? Please, as the girl said, get those enrollment forms in, because we need to know how much we got to get out there and get more people enrolled, because we're trying to hold that 135.
but there's not enough room right now where it's at.
Yeah,
Correct.
marketing is, you're right, because you can't go out there and market all, to 100,000 people and only have 6 spots to fill. So it's a very, you have to kind of monitor and choose your audience. And that's what Facebook allows me to do, is say I want to market to women between 40 and 45 that live in this demographic, that make this much money. And that's one reason I chose the Facebook ad. And that's another reason we didn't do a lot of marketing this year, is because we were at capacity for a good part of the year.
You got about 2 more minutes, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn it over to Jim. Yes, sir.
Just have one, I guess, point and one more question. With your capacity only being at about 160, that's kind of what he was getting at. Even if you did advertise to get a bunch of students, where would you put them? So that brings me to one question of, what are your leases on the building? How long do they run? And are they fixed in terms of the rental expenses?
They are fixed, to my knowledge.
For what
Very
period?
close to it. They're gonna raise it, whatever you recommend it, per AGI
At the high school.
at the high school.
We've got a very favorable, we've negotiated a very favorable rate for the high school. And they pay the utilities there. I mean,
Internet,
they
everything.
thought I was crazy when I brought that up at the meeting. I said, well, we might as well try for everything. Well, they just agreed to it. So I think it's $1,500 a month, which is for that space. And they pay, that's not triple net, they pay everything. I mean, basically, that's our bailiwick. But they have like a 3%.
Expand, where would, what's your building going to be tied in? If you got all of a sudden 40, 50 students that want to come in, where would you put them? Are you locked in? Can you go somewhere else?
Well, yes and no. We can always get another space and then break it down. Our ultimate goal, as we've discussed, is to go onto a site and build our own campus where everything's in. We've looked at a couple different places, but it takes a lot of money. And, I mean, I'm not at liberty to mention the places, huh?
If you had a spot where you could fit all of the students, wouldn't that save you in some capacity on, and then
Oh.
you have the ability to do that if you get 50 students? You don't come in on a waiting.
The problem is we need 450 students to build with what the purchase price is and all that. We're not to that point yet. With 450 students comes more teachers, I mean, we're not that blessed with excess dollars to go out and pay somebody to run a survey for us and say, okay, we have to do it all in-house because, it's a ton of money. I mean, it'd be nice to call a guy and say, okay, a consultant and say, what are you gonna charge me to run these numbers?
If you found that building, are you able to even move? I guess is what I'm saying.
No.
Could we get out of our leases? Is that what you're
We
asking?
do have leases, and when do
We
they end?
do, we do have leases. They both are due to be renewed this summer, I believe. I don't believe, well, one of our leaseholders is sitting right over here, so renewing with her, I don't believe will be an issue. And I know the library loves us. They would love to have us back. But I think, so a vision of mine is to get to the point where we can operate on year-to-year leases, so that if we do find this golden opportunity, we can take it. But I don't think we're doing
getting at is, are you fixed into 135 to 160 students for what period of time? Because you might be the victim of your own success.
right. Well, so that opens another whole can of worms as to how big do we want to be.
Can I interject there?
Sure.
My original idea of the school was for all grades to be together. And so that, if we are looking more towards the future, I want everyone together, all the grades. But I wanted to cap it at around 200 because our philosophy of teaching requires that we have enough teachers to make sure that every bit of our philosophy is being taught in the classroom and all of that. And if you get too big, I'm afraid we might lose some of that.
I agree with you, and having a waiting list isn't bad. It's where do you want to set that cap? Do you have a facility in mind? If you had that facility, could you move into it? Because honestly, I mean, at regular residential rates, you're like 1% for building value. That's not super high compared to where you are now on your rent.
Once we get this figured out, I think it's time for the board to sit down and do a 3, 5, and 10-year plan. We're not to that point yet because we've been struggling to make it by, and there's no sense of wasting your time trying to put all that out until we get this all put together. I'm not
No,
being critical of
You
it.
got other people in the audience and then parents that have connections and have abilities. If people know what struggles there are, like if someone comes across a building or has a building or whatever where you can fit 200 students, it would be nice to know if you guys could act on that, because
So I guess the question is, I believe we could get out of our leases, there would be
A
expenses.
penalty, there'd be a
Yeah,
penalty.
there would be expenses along with that. But right now, like I said, we are so hyper-focused on addressing our current financial needs that we haven't really had a chance to look into that future.
so what's the lease term you're gonna renew over the summer? For what period of time is the lease gonna be for?
That hasn't been negotiated yet, unfortunately, so.
The library is pretty much open to, they've been wonderful to work with. Yeah, I mean, Joyce, that's a whole different, I can't speak for her. But anyway, to make a long story short, we are addressing those issues. As you know, we had the high school in that other building, and that didn't work. That was ridiculous. So we moved to this one. It couldn't have been, you talk about day and night exchange. That was a day and night exchange. But anytime, there's a struggle in everything, so we're just trying to minimize it. But that's what this meeting's about. We're all in this together. If you find a building and it's worthwhile, I'll go look at it. I do that for a living. So